Hi Gemini, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your October 2024 career tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at your finances, your job. Where is it that you'd like to possibly gain more wealth in finding a new job, or possibly leaving a job or leaving a career? If you are trying to possibly start out a new business or possibly leave a business, this is the reading for you. Gemini, we have had big energy since August. This is a big month for you all, especially because Jupiter will be retrograding in your sign. We are still in eclipse season. I'm actually filming this on the Libra new moon eclipse that is on October 2nd. We also continue this big energy with Pluto in the last months of Capricorn on the very last degree. So let's get right into it. Check the description box below for all the dates. Okay, we start off the month with the Three of Pentacles in the upright, as well as the Wheel of Fortune. So that's really nice energy right around that new moon eclipse in Libra. Second week, you have the Nine of Pentacles, as well as the Five of Pentacles. Third week finds you with the Empress card, Major Arcana, and the Emperor in reverse. Interesting to get the Emperor and the Empress all in the same energy. This is actually when we have that Aries full moon, so that will be very interesting that week. Last week of the month finds you with the Six of Wands in the reverse. And lastly, you end the month with the Magician energy, so in reverse. So interesting ending the month with that energy. So we will get to that as we get to the week of that. Last week is really interesting, Gemini, because it starts off with that Scorpio new moon on November 1st. So it's almost like this ramp up to the Scorpio new moon, I think is what you're seeing there. So we will get to that as we go through the cards. But Spirit, if you could please send my Geminis a card representing the energy they left out of September with and are coming into October. And look at that, you are getting dueling energy here with the Empress card. So the Empress appears here and it appears down here with the Emperor. So the Empress is that energy of starting or birthing something into creation. Major Arcana card, and it is one of those cards of very fertileness. Venus energy, if there is anything that you are trying to create, start a new business, trying to get a new job, possibly putting in new job applications, possibly meeting and networking with people, possibly trying to start a new social media account or trying to start a following. This could be the time for you, Gemini. And it's really great to see this too, because I think that with Jupiter in your all sign, you all have been the darlings of the ball in terms of communication. So this could be an even more fruitful time for you all to network and find new opportunities. So really nice to see that twice in you all's reading today. So let's go ahead and pull the last card representing an overarching energy for the month of October for your career. And you have the Seven of Wands. So this month could be a month, Gemini, of lots of work. You could feel like you are on your own, not having a lot of support or help. But this could also be a month that you're having to prove yourself to higher ups, possibly to a client. Maybe you're trying to win a client over or get a proposal out the door. There is something here where you are having to kind of like ward off all of the doubters, okay? And I do think this is going to be really good for you, because I think you're going to be able to show them that you are really good at what you do. And I think you're going to be able to prove to them that you are the right person for the job. Now, if you do not have a certain position yet and you are trying to vie for it, this could be a great month for it. Or if you are going after a certain role or you have been putting out applications, this also could be you finning off all of the other competition and you're able to rise above the top. So whatever it means for you, Gemini, that could be a really good sign for you. So looking over your cards as a whole, let me see. I just hear a helicopter going over. overhead. And so every time I hear a helicopter, I always think that that's really positive news. Something coming in with like a quickness, right? I think that the beginning of the month, 3 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, good news could find you around that Libra solar eclipse. You have this 9 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles. Interesting combination there. You could be feeling as though you don't have enough money, but in actuality you do. But there also could be this tendency to keep worrying about money when you don't need to. And I feel like this Emperor and Empress almost could be a husband and wife as well. One person is worrying about money, one is not. Be careful of that in your relationships. I just heard that. And then when you're ending the month, pay attention to how you end October and enter into November, I just heard. That energy is going to take you far. So we will get into that as we come into that last week of the month. But I told you it has to do with that Scorpio new moon in November, which is a powerful one. So we start off the month. Right out the gate, October 2nd, we do have a solar eclipse, Libra new moon. And on the 3rd, we have Mars in Cancer entering its retrograde shadow. During this time, 3 of Pentacles, some type of group dynamics is working with you, Gemini. Now, I do think that you all have been very active with your conversations, networking, and if you haven't, then this is the time to do it. I do think if you can get out there and meet the right people during this month, I do think a huge opportunity is waiting for you. If you can also put into your new moon intentions, especially over this next few months, I do think that an opportunity and maybe a few opportunities could fall in your lap. Now, you're going to have to put out the effort. It's not just going to just appear. I do feel like you're going to have to do some networking and conversating, putting out applications, but there is some type of good news that finds you during these first few weeks of October. And I do think that this energy, Gemini, is surrounding your Jupiter, the Jupiter in your sign over this last few months and entering into its retrograde. So don't be surprised if people that you've been talking to over the last few months come back during the next few months while Jupiter is retrograding. Now, second week of the month, we do have now Jupiter retrograding in your sign of Gemini. October 11th, Pluto in Capricorn retrograde finally ends. Now, Pluto moves extremely slow, so Pluto will still be in Capricorn until November 19th, and that's when it will move back into Aquarius. But during this time, look at the 5 and the 9 of Pentacles. Watch what you're thinking. Are you only thinking that you don't have enough money, but really you do? Or are you worrying that you don't have and you really do? Or is it vice versa, where you don't have enough money and you're spending it so much that that's why you don't have enough? Somewhere here, there's like a power play of emotions with you and your finances. And Spirit is reminding you that Pluto in Capricorn wants to make sure that you have your goals correct. Do not let yourself get to a point where you are fooling yourself into one or the other, okay? This is not a good place to be if you are overextending yourself, or the opposite, where you're feeling like you don't have enough money and you're just feeling sorry for yourself and you're actually okay. So figure out what that is for you, Gemini, because that definitely is something that could get you into trouble just mindset wise in terms of not ever feeling like you have enough, okay? All right, now as we get into the third week of the month, this is when we start moving into the Sun in Libra, squaring Mars in Cancer on the 14th, Aries full moon on the 17th. On that same day, we also have Venus entering Sag. Now, I will tell you, I do think that this is very interesting because you got 2 empresses, and then that Emperor card is actually representing Aries. So that Aries full moon on the 17th, you and a spouse, you and a partner, you and a colleague, somewhere here, there's some kind of differing of opinions. Maybe this is someone at work. This may not even be you. This could be higher ups. Like maybe there is some quarreling or some indecision between some management leadership. Somewhere here, though, there are some conversations that could come out that affect the entire team around that full moon. Pay attention to whatever that is, because I do think those conversations come up later on, possibly in Scorpio season around the 22nd and into November. Now, we get to the end of the month. By the time we get to October 22nd, Sun enters Scorpio. October 30th, Mercury in Scorpio opposite Uranus in Taurus on the 30th. I do think around this time, tensions are high with conversations with Mercury in Scorpio. Watch your tongue. Make sure you're not saying things out of turn or saying things that could cut people the wrong way. I do think it's interesting that these are both in reverse, because these are both very positive cards. So watch the mindset. I do think Scorpio new moon on November 1st could be something around here. If you are feeling like you should deserve a raise or a promotion or something that you're not getting, watch, maybe you are putting out negative energy and maybe that's what you're getting back. I just keep hearing that over and over again, Gemini. So just watch your mindset being put out there. But I think if you can turn that around, this positivity is coming for you in November. Okay, so I hope this was helpful for you, Gemini. You all have so many mental things going on in your mind this month. So you all are going to do awesome, especially with that Empress. Lots of positivity here. So I hope you all have a great October. Talk to you later.